minutes early, though, right?
We always go on a few minutes early. We're good?
Mm-hmm.
Give them a few minutes to jump on here with all of us.
Like, you're early.
Well, we tried to log in a few minutes early because it takes a couple minutes for it to load up.
Yeah.
That way we can start right at 7, even though we won't. Hello. I know some of you are hopping on. At least I hope you are.
I hope you are, because I can't see it.
I know. I haven't seen it yet either. It's almost like we're not really live, but I think it's my computer. Oh, wait. What's that? That's it, isn't it?
No, that's last week's.
Oh.
That's last week, sorry.
It says we're live right now, though.
Okay, hold on.
Yes, I found it. It's right
Did you get us?
here. Yeah, we're here.
Okay.
So,
It's weird because my computer doesn't
Yeah,
seem to
it
want
is.
to update either. Oh my god, really?
Andrew, tilt it up just a little bit.
Yeah,
Hello,
we're crooked.
hello. Yeah, we're big time crooked.
We're crooked.
You know what? I'm gonna go fix it. I'll fix it.
It's not that bad.
Not that, Andrew. Not that one.
No.
It's not that bad. We're fine.
Yeah.
Alright, we're just trying to get ourselves all situated, so.
We're all out of sorts.
It's one of
Tuesday.
those nights, but I guess you know by now that's usually how it goes.
Nothing ever goes easy. Okay. How's that look, Shel? It'll take it a second until you see.
I guess we're okay.
Good.
As long as you guys can see us and hear us, I guess that's the most important.
If you want to see us.
I mean, if you want to do that. See, I know that this isn't our regular night, so I don't know who our crowd's going to be this week. So if you would be so kind as to share this video with your
to
friends.
everybody. Tell them, hey, you got to check this out.
Share away.
Tell them it's a train wreck. You got to watch it.
It's a train wreck, but you have to watch. So I know, like I said, I know this isn't our usual, but if we can get you guys to share, it might make a difference. So thank you in advance. No pressure or anything.
No, not at all.
Okay. All right.
I'm just trying to share it out too.
All right. So I want to make sure I can see the questions. I put the questions here and such last week, and I could actually see
You
them
can
better.
see them better?
Mm-hmm.
That works then. So out of sorts. I don't know why. I gotta get.
Because it's not our night.
I know. I'm all out of it.
And the thing is we have a lot to talk to you about. So please don't be discouraged if we're not with it
We got
yet.
tons, lots.
We got lots to talk
We got
about.
controversy.
We do got a little controversy.
We got some good stuff.
It's all good stuff, right?
We got some more controversy. I'll make up some controversy.
No, we're not making anything up.
We're gonna make up all kinds of stories.
No, we're not. Okay, so we're like a
Go on.
minute in. Should
We're a
we?
minute in. If we want to say, hey, Brian's on. Oh, I forgot to bring his. We have a giveaway next week from Brian Silverback. We're gonna give away.
Oh shoot! Sorry, Brian. We're off. We're off
You have
this week.
something on your picture.
There's something on my face.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, the hair or what it is. But there you go, that's better.
Okay, sorry.
So, are we ready?
I guess we're ready.
Hello, and welcome to TMSM Weekly Live, show number 26 for October 9th, 2018. I'm Scott Atwood.
And I'm Michelle Atwood.
And we've got a great show for you this evening.
We've got a
It's
great show.
Tuesday. Unlike our usual Monday night show, we had, we're going to talk about it later, but we had, Michelle was actually asked to speak to a school club at the USC College here locally. And if you follow UCF, you may know that they are number 10 in the rankings of football right now, so it's a pretty big thing with them.
I didn't know that.
Yes, number 10. They came out ranked yesterday as UCF. They were the only undefeated college team last year in the top 25, and then right now they're undefeated and they're ranked number 10
Well, good
in
for
the
them.
country. I know. U of M's catching up though. So.
Go work.
Didn't want to say that last night.
All right. So before we get started, my lovely admin Suzanne sent me an update as far as Hurricane Michael that is coming towards us, and we had a lot of people asking as far as any effects in the Orlando area, and the only thing that we're hearing as of right now is for Fort Wilderness Campground, that they're being told that if winds pick up, they're going to move them to the hotel. And also they have to take down their Halloween decor and their Disney decor and the awnings off of whatever they have. Like, I'm guessing like if they have an RV.
And a lot of them do the decoration, but
Yeah.
we've been told it's not supposed to be that bad in our area. Just some rain and some wind. So the wind can get picked up. I know the storm, I think it's at Cat 3. Is that what I heard.
Yeah, right now it hasn't made landfall. So, but see, with the way it's going up, like with Irma last year, we were right in the eye. We're getting the outskirts. Like it rained pretty bad tonight, but I think tomorrow is supposed to be more wind and rain. But we're not supposed to get.
We're not supposed to get much here. Yeah. So thankfully we're safe. But if you're in the path, please get to safety. Don't listen to what they're telling you. Don't think that I'm going to be tough and man it out, and because you don't know what's going to happen. And it takes an instance for something to fall and crush you.
Yeah, something bad can happen pretty quickly. That could be
your house can be replaced, your items can be replaced, but you can't.
You cannot. So please listen. And then if there's any updates tomorrow as far as Walt Disney World's concerned, weather-wise, updates if they're moving anybody, closing anything.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on it all.
We are going to definitely update you. So make sure you watch our site and our Facebook page tomorrow. If there's anything to report, I promise you we will report it. And thank you, Suzanne, for getting us that information just came in before we went live. So it's like up to the minute news. How cool is that?
We gotta keep on. I don't think there'll be any park closures or anything like that.
No,
so
I don't think so.
That. So the only thing would be the camp.
Yeah, right now the campground, and for obvious reasons, because everybody's outside.
Exactly.
Okay, anyway.
So we had a busy week, but we really didn't do a lot of Disney stuff. I mean, we did some, but not a lot in the last week.
We went to Disney.
A couple times, I guess. We did.
Only going to Disney twice isn't a lot. I mean,
we try to go more. It just never seems to work out. But the weather's been nicer. It's been a little bit cooler.
At night, there's actually a breeze, which is unheard of.
We were at the Springs on Saturday night, and actually walking around there felt a little.
It felt a little nice.
We weren't walking around sweating while it was dark, which was.
Yeah, when the sun is out, you still have that Florida heat, but if you're in the shade or the sun goes in, the breeze actually feels pretty good.
It did. It felt great. We were there with Corey, one of our long-term admins. Him and his family are in town. They're actually at the party tonight.
Yeah, Corey and family are at Mickey's Not So Scary tonight. Right. So it should be okay weather for them.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have any rain tonight. Hopefully not. No. So get lots of candy, Corey, because I'm going to
get it while you can.
Because I'm out and I need some more.
So all right. So do we want to go in order? Because I wrote stuff down not in order. Do you want me to?
Why don't you go where you're gonna go and I'll follow.
Okay, because I want to make sure we get in a lot.
We don't want to take up too much of your time.
Yeah, we don't want to take up too much of your time, but we want to make sure that we get our point across.
That's right.
All right. So let's go. Why don't we go?
Where do you want to go? Well, this was the first thing we did. So.
No, this was.
Oh, it was?
Yeah, we'll go back to it. We'll do food. We're talking food tonight, you guys. Shocking.
Not us.
But we won't talk food yet. How about that?
No,
let's go to Moonlight Magic first.
So on Wednesday, we have friends who were in town that invited us to go to the DVC Moonlight Magic with them at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Mm-hmm. We've actually been to the party at Animal Kingdom before. Yeah. We'd never been to any of the other parks, so they invited us to go with them to the studios, which was a lot of fun. We had a great night actually. It was a lot of fun. Nice. It wasn't too hot. It was just a lot of fun night though. We got to walk around. When we got there, I think we went and ate first, didn't we? It's always about the food. You gotta eat first.
Okay, but in our defense, when you check in for the Moonlight Magic, they give you the other party we went to was just about snacking, but this party they gave you a restaurant voucher so that each person could have a meal instead of just a snack.
Right. So you got a meal and a drink as part of the voucher for all of us. So we went and we sat in backlot.
Backlot because it's air conditioning.
And refills.
and free refills.
So we were able to sit there for a while and just talk. We got to catch up and get ready because the party didn't start until 9 o'clock, so we were there way early.
Like 7.
So we had time to kill, so we just waited kind of there.
Oh, I did get this though. Hold on.
Oh, I
have them on. Okay, so back, and I've been corrected like everyone likes to do when I'm wrong. Remember I showed you guys the Headless Horseman straw? Well, this is the Scary Pumpkin straw. See, he blinks. And I took the straw out because I just did. But you can get these for $4 back in the backlot area. And it's at other places, other stands too, because I was told.
Oh, I did not know
that.
They're like,
it's not just a backlot.
Well, excuse me. That's where we saw it.
That's where I saw it, and that's where I got it. And it's really cool. And then I learned something else about this little guy. So he's rubber.
His name's Jeff.
No. He likes long walks on the beach.
He's a Sagittarius.
Sorry.
He likes pina coladas.
Okay. So anyway, anyway, this guy here, not only is he adorable, he's made of rubber, and I'm not even kidding. He's like a tire.
I thought it was gonna be hard plastic.
No, he's all rubbery. So, but the reason that he is, because I'm like, oh, and this is how I didn't make the connection. The outside of him looks like a tire, right?
Yeah, it does actually.
So
yeah, it's got a tire.
Why would
he's recycled?
No. He's recycled.
They
material.
recycled him.
No, they were selling in a Cars Land. So he's like
we thought it at Hall Express.
I know. So I guess somebody told me that they have these at Cars Land at Disneyland.
Yeah, it does. It has tire treads on it.
So that would make sense why this pumpkin is rubber like a tire.
Way to use the same thing, Disney.
Right. But I didn't care. So for $4 on, it was a steal. I had to have him. But yeah, see, he's rubber. But the plastic on the inside is obviously
Joe just said he's made from recycled straws.
Yeah,
and plastic lids.
But yeah, so just a little information about this guy. I guess I'll keep him on.
Hopefully he doesn't die in the middle of the show because I don't know if you can replace the battery.
I don't know if you can either. Do you want me to keep him shut off?
You can keep him on.
You guys want him to blink or
let
just
him blink.
sit there?
Unless it gets somebody, we don't want it to cause anybody any issues.
All right.
Blinking.
Would you call him Jeff?
Jeff.
That's Jeff the Pumpkin.
Jeff the Pumpkin.
He's looking for
I should say Perry the Pumpkin right now. He's looking for a gourd.
He's looking for a little
He wants a gorgeous wife.
A gorgeous wife.
Gorgeous wife.
Oh, so bad.
Oh
my God. Should we just shut it off? I mean, maybe we should just shut it off.
So we'll see you guys on Monday night,
see you
7 o'clock.
Oh, it's the evening of bad jokes. Because,
really is.
And when you're tired.
It's been a long day.
When you're tired, everything's funny, especially for me.
Well, we got home, we'll get more into it, but we got home really late last night, and by the time we unwound and got to bed.
Oh, let's go back to Moonlight Magic.
Anyway, back to Moonlight Magic. So we went to Backlot, we ate, caught up, and then we decided to leave there and go walking around, and there was a couple characters that we don't usually get to meet that we wanted to go meet.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing. Judy said, don't quit your day job, Scott. And Deneen likes Jeff the Pumpkin. So
sadly, this is my day job.
So forever, this is Jeff the Pumpkin who's looking for love. Poor Jeff.
I'm going to do meet and greets with Jeff the Pumpkin at the meetup.
Maybe we should bring Jeff the Pumpkin with us.
You know how they do those flat Stanleys everybody takes a picture with? We're going to take Jeff the Pumpkin and get pictures with him. No,
and what's funny is now when other people are going to go buy him, they can hashtag Jeff the Pumpkin. Robert, are you getting on this?
We're going to get that trending.
This is good. Okay, anyway.
Jeff the Pumpkin.
Okay, anyway, so characters. Let's talk characters. Okay, so part of the draw to go to these DVC parties, not just because they're exclusive to DVC members, but because they always have special character meets that you normally don't get to go to.
Right.
And Michelle Perkins just said, I need Jeff, I'm going. Okay, see, we started something.
It's going to be better than a purple wall.
Jeff the Pumpkin 2020. Robert, yes. See, I'm like, Robert, get on that.
We need a shirt and pictures on Instagram and an Instagram hand. Somebody go get the Instagram take right now.
Okay, anyway, let's go back to characters.
Hashtag Jeff and Eclipse.
No, Pumpkin Eclipse 2020. Oh my God. All right, anyway, I've got to stop reading comments, or we're not going to get through this.
The memes are going to be flying tonight. Let's go.
Okay,
Make tires great again. Make tires great again.
Okay, anyway, stop reading because I won't.
Hi, Rhonda from Michigan.
I won't get past this if we don't.
Okay, go ahead. I have one of those out there.
You do? Okay, so here's one of them. All right, let me tell you something. So my friend who invited us, she knows that our younger son Aiden is a big Oswald fan. And when we went to Disneyland last year at California Adventure, like the one thing on his wish list, I think I've told this story before, was to meet Oswald. And he's very overzealous when he really wants to do something. He'll pester.
He'll bug and pester to do it. So we usually do it. We usually do it to get out of the way. And luckily, Oswald was at the front of the park when you first walk in.
Yeah. So when we were walking in, Oswald was just walking to a spot. Like we were literally like we scanned in,
our tickets
and there he is. Perfect timing. So what we did was. We didn't want to tell him that Oswald was going to be at this party. So we found out where he was going to be and we got in line, and they're like, why are we standing in line? Well, just don't worry about it, don't worry about it. Well, then they put out a sign in the front that says, meet Oswald. So I'm standing like this.
Luckily, he wasn't looking around.
No, but then he was trying to figure it out. Like, why are we here? Whatever. And my friend kept saying, just wait. Well, and then all these people are standing in line, and some of them have Oswald t-shirts and stuff. And
somebody had the big Oswald book, The History of Oswald.
Yeah, and then Aiden looked around the corner, and he saw Oswald's ears. Yeah. And he whipped around, Oswald.
No, it's not.
And then it was really cool to be able to do that for him, because he had no idea. And then, because my bug is a real worrier, and he's like, I should have worn my Oswald ears and my Oswald t-shirt, and I'm just like, but then it was a surprise. So if I would have said, go grab your Oswald ears and your Oswald shirt,
he would have known.
Yeah. So we waited in line maybe 25 minutes.
It was really quick, actually. I thought it was
for Oswald, and then for these special characters, they don't. You can't get an autograph. I mean, there was a little boy in line who had like an Oswald book, something or other, and he wanted him to sign. But they give out these little cards when they don't do signing for special parties. So they gave us a handful of these. So I made sure to give him that as a memento.
It's a good souvenir. It's
a good souvenir. Plus, I put pictures on our Instagram, and I think I might have shared it to a Facebook wall, but it's from last week. So if you guys want to see the pictures of Oswald, they're there. It was really great, and because that we like the history of Disney and all that cool stuff. It was really neat to be able to see Oswald here. Now I know that he's not staying here, but it was cool. But what's funny is
But he's been in the building.
But it's funny, I was looking at Instagram, I want to say the next day, and somebody that I followed on Instagram was showing them meeting Oswald out at California Adventure. I'm like, oh, he flew home. Because how Disney is about that stuff.
They put him on a jet, got him out of there that night.
Yeah, it was cool. So we did get to meet Oswald, and that was a nice surprise. The only other character that was on our must-do list for that night,
which was a huge must-do for me.
Yeah, it was to meet Sweetums from the Muppets, and you get to see Sweetums during the Muppet 3D. He comes out at the end, but you don't actually get to go.
No, I think it's a meet and greet that they kind of missed with, because there's no meet and greet in the Muppet area at all normally. So
but there could be, and there should be.
He'd be a great one. So during the party, he actually comes outside of the Muppets 3D and does a meet and greet outside of there.
We put pictures of that up too, but in true fashion of giving out cards instead of signing, Sweetums also had a card, and then on the back of his card it just says the Muppets.
Right.
And actually he was standing by the brick wall outside the Muppets, right past where you go into Muppets 3D.
Yeah, right to the left of the entrance area. So it was kind of cool. And there was a few other characters that night. There was Bolt was there.
Bolt, the dog.
A couple of the Ewoks were there.
The lines for the Ewoks were really long.
They were really long. I'm trying to think who else was there. There was quite a few characters. I mean,
there was the cow. Clarabelle.
Clarabelle and Horsecollar were
there. The
cow. they were together, but we didn't get to them. I don't know.
No.
We didn't know where they were. I don't think.
I think that we had the two in mind that we wanted to do for sure.
Yeah.
So once we did those, we were kind of like, let's just walk around and
right.
The line for Slinky Dog Dash, it said an hour. We waited 20 minutes.
20 minutes we timed it. It was 20 minutes from the time we walked in. They said 65 minutes, so that was kind of nice. So we got to ride Slinky Dog again, which was nice because I hadn't rode it and not recorded it. So it was kind of fun to get on and ride it.
Yeah, I didn't record it either.
I enjoyed the ride.
And for some reason, Slinky Dog Dash is better at night. It's just more fun at night. I don't know why. You almost feel like you're flying just because the coaster is so smooth.
It
is really cool.
Really great smooth.
So, and then as far as snacking goes, they had water stations set up, which was good because it was so humid that night.
It wasn't super hot. It was just humid. So they had water stations, good cold water
stations.
And then they were passing out Mickey bars as well as the strawberry juice bars that were gluten and sugar free for people who can't handle.
So they had the allergy friendly bars or just the really fattening bars. There was no in between.
But I had two of the allergy friendly bars because I don't like dairy. So.
Yeah, well, I had a Mickey bar, but I only had part of it because I'm trying to watch that.
That doesn't count.
What? I got a bite. But when you're eating junk food at Disney as you're walking around in the humidity, one would think that would counter because you're eating junk, but you're sweating and you're walking. So I remember
So for every bite, how many steps do you have to take?
I don't know. Because you remember that time when we still lived in Michigan that we went to the cider mill and got donuts, and I was actually still chewing a cider mill donut while I was on my elliptical. And I was like...
I forgot about that.
And then I remember asking my friend Paula at the time, I'm like, so that like counters it, right? Because
she's on, I saw her on, so...
And she's like, oh sure, that's how that works.
Suzanne said you gotta take 30,000 steps.
30,000 steps to get rid of that one bite of ice cream.
So take smaller bites.
I bit the ear off.
That's a big bite.
Bit the ear off. But no, so yeah, it's the same thing. So if you're going to eat a cinnamon donut while you're on your elliptical, then that's a good idea, right?
So you can basically eat whatever you want as long as you're on an elliptical.
Yeah, somebody back me up here.
Yeah, you
See,
need
Paula
somebody...
just said totally cancel those calories. See, and Paula's a nurse, so I'm going to go by what she says. Right?
Yeah, people at Weight Watchers Lean Cuisine are looking at
you. Like, what? This
we're not sponsoring this show.
This crazy lady said you can eat whatever you want as long as you're exercising.
So we're starting the new Disney diet.
Yeah, Disney
is how it
diet.
works. You gotta work 7 miles at Disney, but you can eat whatever you want during those 7 miles.
So,
doesn't count, it's all good.
But honestly, just for a second, but you really do walk a lot at Disney.
You do.
You do sweat a lot at Disney.
You do.
And part of exercising, walking, sweating, they say you have to break a sweat, and you do. So
you break it without even trying.
Without even trying.
You can walk around Disney and just start sweating.
This is
usually when you stop walking, because we've had that where we're walking, everything's fine, we don't feel hot, and then we stop.
And you're like, ugh. Like, oh my god.
The pores open up and the sweat just pours out.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, please don't anybody quote us on eating donuts on the elliptical. It's not a good idea. Actually, it probably could choke.
If you did those little munchkins from Dunkin' Donuts though,
you can just pop.
You pop them as you're going. If you can catch it, it counts.
See, I'm trying to catch a donut. All right. Anyway, so the how do we?
I don't know. We need to bring it back. So we really didn't do much more after we were with Slinky Dog. We walked around. Just walk around the park for a little while, just talking and just hanging out more than anything.
It was, what's really cool about those parties is that you get to walk around and it's not crowded.
And there was merchandise. There was special merchandise shirt for the night.
We just had a shirt, but it was white, so we didn't get it.
And then they also had for DVC members, if you know, they had different board games you could buy, and this was the Game of Life DVC edition.
Oh yeah.
So they could purchase that. And
the DVC Doonies were there.
And the DVC Doonies
were.
But
we're not DVC. Also. We just were invited, so we didn't really.
We could buy them and say we are.
Well, it doesn't really count. Sure it does. But no, actually, you have to have. Don't you have to have a DVC card? Like to purchase anything that says DVC.
And that's why you have the person you're with buy it.
No, but you said that you could buy it. I was just correct.
I could pay for it.
You could pay for it.
They could purchase it, but I could actually pay.
Not that we're telling you to have other people buy your stuff or anything.
No, because we've never done anything like that for anybody.
No, because you're not supposed to do that. So anyway, so if you have the opportunity or get invited to one of these Moonlight Magic parties, go, because it was actually a lot of fun.
And now they've done them at all 4 parks. This was the third and final one for studios for this term, I guess you could say, or this time around. So I'm not sure where the next one will be, but
no, we don't.
If you get an opportunity, go.
Yeah, we don't really follow too much about the DVC stuff because we're not DVC.
No, we're not DVC.
Well, we live 15 minutes away, so I mean. Well, we thought about it. It's expensive. But...
Thought about it, and then that thought left.
That thought left the building. Okay, so...
Oh, look at that. Michelle Perkins is DVC, and she'll buy it for us.
Oh, perfect.
That's a nice present. Thank you, Michelle. So she wants the Dooney and Burke purse.
No, I don't. I would feel less than honest if I had a DVC purse because I'm not DVC. I mean, if you're gonna represent, you should probably represent something that's like actually...
We're going to get TMSM Dooney and Burke. Think about how that would be.
Right. But...
Need to get on that.
Okay. Okay.
It did sell out quick. That's right. I remember reading that, Marilyn. They said it sold out really quickly.
Yeah, it did. And you know what's weird is that the party wasn't even really that crowded.
It really wasn't. I know they only allowed, I think it was 6 tickets per DVC member.
Yeah.
So it wasn't a lot of people walking around there, but yeah, they did say it's.
They probably could have gotten more people walking around.
Probably.
So I don't know.
And they had the dance. You didn't mention that Indiana Jones Stunt Spectacular.
Oh, that's
right. They had
right.
a dance party, which was a lot of fun actually.
They had it, yeah, where they have the stage show for Indiana Jones. They had a dance party, and they had some of the characters in their
was it Halloween?
Well, it was kind of Halloweenish. It was like black, and they had like, it looked like the vampire bats on the collar.
Similar, yeah. It was more of a, I don't want to say classy, but kind of dressed up.
No, it was Halloween because they're bats. Like, unless you call bats classy.
I do, because Jack Skellington always has a bat.
Well, he's classy, I guess.
Exactly.
Oh. All right. Anyway, so
he's a pumpkin king.
He's the pumpkin king.
There you go. He's classy
totally
all the time.
Classy.
He's always classy.
Always. Okay, so, all right, so we did that last week.
Check.
Before we get into, we're going to talk about the snack price increase in just a moment. But I think we should talk
about
the
controversial part.
I think we're going to talk about the polite pig first, because I think that's going to take less time than the snack price increase.
Yes. So we went to the polite pig on Tuesday night.
Mm-hmm.
So we're backing up a day. Last Tuesday we went to the polite pig in Disney Springs. They invited us to come out because they had a new whiskey.
Two new whiskeys
to try, and they also had some new food entrees. They wanted to let some of the food bloggers, and they actually invited food bloggers and the Main Street Mouse.
Yeah.
Maybe because we talk about food so much.
Maybe. Because I'm like, why are we here with a bunch of food people?
Because Buca de Beppo invited us in celebration that time. And
are we getting a reputation for talking food, maybe?
So if anybody else out there who has a restaurant who would like us to come and review it for you,
check out your food,
we would gladly do it.
We'll gladly tell people about it.
But it was fun to go to Polite Pig. We had never been there yet, actually, since it's been open. One of the chefs was there telling us they were actually really pushing the whiskey that they had. They gave you a whiskey sour. Is that what that was?
No, that was a apple cider whiskey sour.
Okay.
And it had like cinnamon around the glass, kind of like they do a margarita, but it was like cinnamon. And then it had apple cider and whiskey inside the glass. Now, of course, I was down to try that because, for research purposes, they want you to try things.
And it works out good because I don't drink at all, but she doesn't eat pork, and at the Polite Pig, they serve pork. So it kind of worked good that we were both there to be able to cover both
I took
aspects.
one for the team for the alcohol, and then he took one for the team for the pig products that I don't eat.
And actually, what's funny is they didn't even really want you there for the pig. They switched out salmon for
They didn't want you there for the pig.
It wasn't there for pig because they originally brought you brisket and salmon, but I don't eat fish, so they brought me it was a ham and brisket.
Ham?
It was ham.
It was ham?
It was like the guy from Toy Story.
It was, yeah. I'm not a big meat eater.
No, she ate the veggies that came with it.
Let's talk about that for just a second because I don't want them to think I just sat there and
drank.
No, because he ate the it was like a brisket and then like the pork.
And it was a coffee. They had a coffee ground coffee on the brine of the brisket. It was really a good flavor.
If you like the smoky taste of food, then you will like the Polite Pig because like everything tastes smoky. It even smells like charcoal. Is that a fair assessment? What is it?
It's wood.
Whatever. I'm just saying what it smells like. And it's very smoky tasting. I'm kind of sensitive to smoky taste, so maybe that's my fault.
So she didn't mind the whiskey though.
No, I did mind the whiskey.
Burned.
But let me go back to the vegetables real quick. Okay, so they had these. Now, don't go ew when I say it because don't go ew.
I did.
Yeah, he did. They had Brussels sprouts, but they were like marinated Brussels sprouts, and they had something else.
They were called barbecued Brussels sprouts.
Yeah, they were really good, and so I ate my little portion of the Brussels sprouts and his.
But I ate her pork and her beef.
Yeah, I'm like, here, take the pig. I don't want it. And then
he was polite though.
He was a polite pig.
He wasn't an impolite pig. Aww. He wasn't rude. He didn't talk to me.
Oh, so bad. Anyway, so then they had it was like a breaded cauliflower. I think they called it like caramelized cauliflower.
Yes, that's what it was.
And it had like little pieces of nuts or something in it. I don't have the menu and I don't memorize. I don't know what it was, but so I had the cauliflower, and then they had some sort of like potato thing, and then they had the Brussels sprouts. And
yeah, so she had the three vegetables, which I did eat the one because the one had little tiny potatoes and some kind of puff
We just
something
ate
in it. It was good.
But when the chef is standing at the end of the table, looking at you, waiting for you to take a bite of something, you got to, and that's why I was just like pushing that pork his way.
And I was pushing the apple cider whiskey sour.
Yeah, I drank both ours. But okay.
Oh, and then you forgot at the beginning they brought us out a fall harvest taco, which was actually really good. It was they took pork belly and they had both deep fried pork belly and grilled pork belly bites on there with a slaw and a apple cider marinade. It was really good. That was.
He ate both of them.
I did eat both of those. They were good. So I ate those. She drank the cider. It all worked out good.
Yeah, it worked out well. Okay, but the main reason, other than the food, was they were putting out these two new whiskeys, and they gave us 4 shots of whiskey.
2 each, not
2 each. Yeah, they didn't want you crawling out of there. But so Scott was not going to have the whiskey. And I'm up for a cocktail here and there. I'm not gonna lie.
It was a shot. It was no cocktail.
No, I'm getting to the point. Let me finish.
Okay.
Let me finish. So I'm up for a cocktail, and that's why those apple cider whiskey whatevers were really good. But
I think that's what she called them that night. Too. Whatever they are, they're just so good. Can I get another?
No. Okay, but there was ice in it. It's not like no, it wasn't like that. So anyway, so they're telling you like I can't remember what he said. I'm not a food critic. I should know these things. But they had they said on the right is this whiskey such and such, and then on the left is this whiskey such and such, and and they're talking about the like the different flavor and how long it's been in the barrel and.
Well, yeah, the one is 1 day away from being a bourbon. It was in the barrel for 11 years, 364 days, and he said if it was
3
one more day,
minutes, no.
3 minutes, 6 seconds. So he said if it's one more day, it's considered a bourbon and not a whiskey anymore. But there had to be leap years in there during that time that maybe they didn't count. So I think it was a bourbon. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I'm thinking.
Okay, so the chef is talking about it, and he's like standing there smiling, waiting for one of us to try this. Holy Mother of God! I took one, and I'm like, I don't know which one is worse as far as taste wise. It was like drinking fire.
It was like Maleficent's dragon came to life.
And I only took a little sip because I can do a shot of tequila, vodka.
The look on her face looks like she can't do it. She'll do it, but she.
I'll do it. But that whiskey was the strongest. I mean, I took a little tiny sip, and the burn like went up through like my whole face. It was so hot, and I felt really bad because the guy is standing there waiting for me to say, how is it? And I'm like,
it's great. Pour another.
Oh Lord! And then I said, so is this other one is as hot? And he's like, no, this one has a good flavor. And here I am. Okay, sure. So I go take a sip of that one. Equally as painful, and I'm just like, can I put ice in it?
And they recommended it.
And they said if you can't do it, then put a little bit of ice or a little bit of water. And I did that. So when he walked away, I took the shots and I added them to my apple cider thing. Because I didn't want him to think I didn't drink it. I'm outing myself.
She eventually drank them because she drank the glass of
apple cider. It was
So Michelle stumbled out of the polite pig.
Oh, Paula, she said, are they worse than the same face for your martinis? Yes. It was worse than your martinis. Now, my girlfriend Paula is famous for her cocktails. She will turn her back to me and shake something up, turn back around and smile. Here you go. And I'll say, what is that? It's good. It's sweet. Just drink it. And okay.
It's sweet. She'll take 2.
Now, you figure after 20 years of this, I'd be like, no. I wouldn't trust her to do that. But I take a drink of it, and it's like.
And then once she has the one drink, she don't care. So the rest of the night, she's like,
So if you are a whiskey drinker, you probably would absolutely love it.
And everybody at the table, who were all the food bloggers,
said it was excellent.
They said it was actually a great whiskey, that they all enjoyed it.
They said it had good taste, good flavor, good this, good that. I couldn't get past the burn, but I'm not a connoisseur when it comes to hard liquor. I'm just not.
But we got to meet a new friend. Made a new friend with the lady who was
the lady across from us.
She was very nice
food
to
blogger.
us. She gave us some tips about where to get good food and things in the area.
Oh, they did have this one really good thing if you like dessert.
Yes, and I actually marked the name of it because we wanted to make sure we had it correct. So at the end of the meal, they gave us this thing. It looked like raw cookie dough.
It did. It looked like a big hunk
of cookie dough. It looked like they took
dough.
raw cookie dough and they rubbed it in the chocolate chips of all different sizes, and they cut off a piece and they gave it to us. What these are, they're Gideon's Bakehouse cookies, and Gideon's is a bakery on the other side of Orlando, I believe.
Yeah, they bring the cookies in.
They bring them in with Polite Pig every day. And if you go to Gideon's, I guess they have 5 or 6 different flavors of the cookies, but they just have the chocolate chip ones. They gave us the quarter of the cookie, and I really wanted to steal the whole plate of them that was sitting 10 feet from me.
Yeah, we were talking to somebody, and Scott was eyeballing the cookie dough cookies that were left, and he was going to try to get another. Because what are they going to do with them? Are they going to throw them away?
They took them away.
They took them away before we could actually.
But the real cookie was probably about this big, and it was probably that tall, I would say.
Yeah, so the cookie dough cookies, that's what I just call them because that's what they taste like.
They were awesome. So if you're ever walking past the Polite Pig and you're not hungry, but you want a snack, get the cookie.
Yeah, they got these big cookie dough cookies.
Yes. So I've been to the Springs, I think, 3 times since then, and every time I say, I need to go get a cookie, and
we didn't.
I haven't done it yet.
So
there's something wrong with me.
There is something wrong with me. Now I want a
cookie. But then our friend Vanessa, we found out her son-in-law is one of the managers there after the fact.
So maybe we'll have to go back.
Maybe he can hook us up with some cookies.
Yeah, Vanessa, if you're watching, find out more about those cookies.
Vanessa, I'll trade leggings for cookies.
Yeah, we'll trade.
We'll trade. So, but yeah, the Polite Pig was great. I would recommend trying it if you like barbecue food,
smoked food.
If you like that, give it a shot. You might enjoy it.
Or if you like whiskey.
They had beer also. They gave us some kind of beer. It was a dark. I think it's called a stout, if I'm not mistaken. I don't drink anything. I drink Mountain Dew and water. That's it. They gave us this. It was a really dark beer, and I tried a little sip of it, and I didn't like it, so I stopped drinking it.
Well, you know what though, I really try to at least give it a go for new things.
Well, the problem is if you don't have a palate for that, if you don't have the taste buds that enjoy it, it's really hard to drink it and enjoy it.
Yeah, but I'm glad we tried, and you know what, it was good, and I was really glad that they invited us, and I hope not. Even though I couldn't drink that whiskey, I hope they invite us again. I mean, I tried. It just was.
But they can send us a plate of cookies anytime.
Those cookies are outstanding.
And we will. You know what? I'm just gonna contact the bakery. Yeah. Forget the Polite Pig. I'm going to Gideon's.
Oh,
we're taking a ride in the morning.
We're gonna take a ride. Okay. Anyway, so we're gonna go back to food now. Let's get to it.
Okay, now this is the controversial part. So get ready to argue.
Yeah, no, they're not gonna argue. Okay, so last week usually there's one big hot button issue of the week that everybody's fussing about, and I usually go back and find out what was the biggest upset of the week or the biggest, most talked about thing for the week.
Because ironically, the controversial or the one that nobody really is happy about is the one that gets the most hits for the week.
Yeah, but I put out a blog about the new Kate Spade purses that are coming, and that blog did good.
That one did good too.
It did.
And then your weekly blog your Wednesday night blogs always do pretty.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Facebook has been horrible this week.
Facebook has. They really cut our reach. So, just as a side note, if you could please share our blogs with your friends.
And suggest your friends. There's a spot on the Main Street Mouse page that you're on right now that says invite friends to like page.
Invite them all.
Invite them all.
They can say no.
If they don't want to come, that's okay.
But if you don't invite them, they never know.
How do we know if they wouldn't enjoy it here if we don't ask? Asking is good.
Even if you don't like Disney, you gotta love this train wreck we do.
Right. Hello, Hot Mess Express every week. Anyway, back to the food. Let's talk about food. Okay, so last week, Disney didn't announce that there was a food price increase.
And they never do.
Because
they keep that stuff. They just kind of slide it in.
But people started to notice in the parks, kind of like when the price for the mouse ears went up a few weeks back. Mouse ears went up from $24.99 to $27.99, and that kind of went under the radar too.
Right, nobody knew about it.
But the same thing with food. They don't want to talk about that because people don't want to pay more for things. Right? But it was snacks that were offended. Most things only went up about 50 cents, right?
Right. The one that I was most mad about was the beverages. The sodas went up. quite a bit. The small drinks now are $3.99, and that includes if it's a free refill place.
Yeah.
Which I've never understood why for $3.99 you can refill it all day, but somewhere on property you can go buy a large cup for $4.59 now, and you can't refill it. That's true. That just doesn't make any sense to me. But what do I know?
So yeah, so so that went up. Mickey pretzels are up to $7 now.
Does that come with the cheese or no?
I don't know.
I'm just curious, because I know for a while there it was a separate charge for the cheese with the pretzels.
And churros, Suzanne, I don't want to close my window, but I did the screenshot of our article. We did an article about this last week, so all the pricing is on there. But the churros took the biggest hike, and I want to say churros, correct me if I'm wrong, are around $7 for one churro.
Yeah, something
now.
like that.
It was like $5 before, and now it's like $7 for a churro.
Yeah, Suzanne wrote it up. I don't know where. Did you have the?
I screenshot it, but then if I close my window, then I can't.
You can go back to it. Just do don't close the window. Just slide up.
I guess.
Slide over.
All right, I'm gonna shut
that
you
way
guys
we
off
can
for a
see.
minute. Hold on. I will.
Suzanne said $1.75 hike though. For I'm guessing for the churro.
Okay, here per Suzanne. Here we go. The beloved Mickey pretzels, previously $6, are $7. Fountain sodas increased by 50 cents, costing $3.79 for a regular and $4.49 for a large.
$3.79.
Bottled sodas and water also went up, $4.50 for a soda and $3.50 for water. $4.50 for a bottle of soda.
See, my problem is Disney gets the drinks for free.
Yeah.
They Coca-Cola gives them, and the part of the deal is so they don't have any Pepsi on property or Pepsi products. They just
Which
have
I'm
Coke
fine
products.
with that.
No, I know you're fine with that, but quit raising the price. If you're not paying for it, they're just, that's
expensive. $4.50. You could go buy a couple 2 liters.
And I understand. And if you remember a couple weeks ago when I was so happy the cast members got their wage increase because they well deserve it. But what did I say? They're going to raise prices somewhere to cover up the wage increase. And everybody was sitting there. No, they won't. No, they won't. Yep, here we go.
But it's not just the cast member wage increase. It's everything. They're building new attractions. They're adding new everything. Someone's got to pay for that Guardians ride and the Tron in the back that they're building. The Ratatouille ride in Epcot. There's stuff going on.
And then the hotels that are going, as far as like
there's
Caribbean
construction
and Coronado.
everywhere. And let's not forget those big old gondolas that are going up, which I see it all the time. I still cannot imagine it in my head. These big things going across the sky.
Flying over Buena Vista.
It's just gonna be weird. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. But wait till you guys see it. There's trees clearing everywhere. There's these big things going up.
It's very weird that you're driving down the street and all of a sudden you look down the way and you just see trees gone and just a line of these gondolas.
It's weird. I mean, I'm sure it'll be fine, but whatever. Okay, we'll go back to food before we talk weirdness for other stuff. Okay, so frozen treats. Mickey ice cream bar sandwich will now cost you $5.75. A frozen banana will cost you $5.75. But which previously was $5.25.
Okay, buy how many bananas and freeze them yourself?
Yeah. Okay. And the most shocking. This is crap. Oh, sorry. The most shocking price tag belongs to the treasured churro, with the price of previous price was $4.50. A churro is now $6.25 for a churro.
Let's see. I mean, they're big. I'm not a churro fan. I don't like churros. Period.
I like churros.
She likes churros, and they come with Saunders hot fudge.
Saunders is from Michigan, in case you don't know.
So if you're on here from Michigan, which I think Rhonda was.
Fantastic.
From Michigan. Somebody did ask, though, now with these prices going up, is that going to increase the price of getting the dining plan with the snack credits?
I don't know. That is a really good question. I don't know.
I would think it would have to.
But, I think I know that prices have to go up. I do. But for me, just going to be honest, like we're dropping our truth bombs. You can go to Del Taco and get yourself a really tasty churro for 99 cents.
But the nearest Del Taco is over on I Drive down by the farther outlet. Not even close to the...
I forget who we were talking about. It might have been Suzanne and I. They were joking about going to Del Taco and buying 99-cent churros for yourself and just load up your bag.
Now, how much are the churros at Universal? I'm just curious what the difference... Because they have them too. And they're the longer churros just like Disney has. I'm just curious what they charge.
I don't know.
Maybe Disney needs to find a new churro company.
Maybe. But the thing is that, you know, there's a Del Taco. Suzanne, there's a Del Taco like 15 minutes from Disney. But
it's by Universal.
Yes, it's over by Universal at International Drive. But my whole point was that, and the churros, just for a second, the churros at Del Taco are really good.
Actually, everything at Del Taco is better than Taco Bell.
It is way better than Taco Bell.
Definitely.
But, you know, we're gonna, sell churros from Del Taco in the parking lot for $2. They could kill me. I'm not saying to do that.
They tell you can bring in food. I'll start doing that.
Suzanne, yeah, I'm gonna sell churros in the parking lot. Yes, because to pay that kind of money. See, I don't know about you guys, but let's get real for a second. When you're at the park and let's say you got kids with you, or even other people with you, and you know that you want to eat like dinner later, and you don't want to spend a ton of money on a snack because you know that you're going to spend more at dinner, let's say. And like for us, like when we, if we know we're going to eat in the evening, and like one of the kids starts whining that they're hungry and want a snack, and my littler one likes churros. I don't know if I can justify buying him almost a $7 churro.
You got to look at how full you are for the price.
I would rather...
The cupcake's a better deal.
The cupcakes cupcakes are cheaper. Cookies are cheaper. I could get them with like a
cookies are a
popcorn.
rip-off. Cookies are a rip-off already. They're like $4 for one cookie. So that's a rip-off. I like the pineapple slice dipped in chocolate.
He likes that.
That's a good deal. It's like $3.99 or something. That's good.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, I think that if you want to keep costs down for yourself, for your family, or people who you're with, you know, maybe look more into like what you're gonna get more bang for your buck. Because I personally don't think the churro is it. It's too expensive for churro.
The popcorn, buying the popcorn in the bucket that you can refill all the day is your best deal.
Yeah, the popcorn is probably the best. If you like popcorn. But if you want something sweet, I mean, I don't know. I'm not happy about that, but...
I'm not happy. I mean, I don't think anybody's going to say, oh, price increases, thank you. But I think that Disney really needs to look that they're raising the price across the board, everywhere. Everything. Like we were talking about the ears. The ears went up $3. So it's not enough for you to say, oh, I'm not buying them now, they're $3 more. But it's enough for you to go, I can't believe they went $3 higher and still put down your money to buy the ears. But it's like, it's not enough for you to say no, but it's enough for you to complain about it a little bit.
A little bit. I mean, I haven't bought any ears since they went up. The thing is that, but they know they have you. It's a captive audience. And especially for ears, like this is my newest pair. This is my Jack Skellington one. I don't know if you can see Jack on my, my little hat here. But they have, they come out with all these great ears, so they know they have you.
And people are collecting them. They're becoming a collectible.
I have more than I even wear, you know? I mean, I have some that I still have tags on them. I just bought them because I thought they were cute. But, you know, does it mean that these people who love ears, especially the trendier ears, the basic ears, are they going to stop buying them because they went up $3? I don't think so.
And I have to say a pet peeve of mine.
Oh, jeez. What?
Every time we put out this stuff, somebody says Walt will be rolling in his grave right now.
Every time. Walt
was all about making money. I'm sorry, he was about bringing families together, but Kodak sponsored the ground on Main Street when Walt was in charge. Pepsi sponsored It's a Small World. Walt was all about having endorsements to pay for stuff. So when people say Walt will be rolling in his grave, Walt was making money.
Walt was a businessman.
He loved family. He loved bringing families together, but he was also a businessman who knew how to do that and make a good money doing it. And his brother made sure of that. Roy was always the one who made sure the money was coming in. So when people say that to me, I just kind of roll my eyes because it's like, would he have been? Because it was his business and he was selling endorsements for people to sponsor different rides or different attractions or this ground on Main Street.
Well, because when your business is growing, you need funding for the growing, and if you're going to build more things, I just think that they have a whole lot going on right now. I mean, everywhere you go on Disney property, whether it's the gondolas, whether it's the resort construction, whether it's each park has something going on with the building. I mean, like Galaxy's Edge is huge over at Hollywood Studios.
And what I think we also need to remember, and I'm not saying I agree with prices going up because it bothers me as well, but I think we need to keep in mind that for Disney to compete in today's market, And I'll tell you, living here, Universal is starting to give them a run for their money. Universal is starting their fourth park. It's going to be going in. It's going to be called Worldly Kingdoms, I think is the name, is what they've trademarked. Universal has actually bought a license, bought the URL, bought everything for this new park that they're going to be building. And they're doing that specifically because they want to be Disney's biggest competitor down here. And their rides really are becoming superior. So Disney has to raise the money to get the funding to do what they want to do, to stay the Disney that everybody loves.
Right.
To stay ahead of the game.
And you know what? You do... okay, I like Universal. I think that some of their rides are good. Like their Gringotts ride in Diagon Alley is like being in a movie. It's fantastic. However, and I'm not just saying this because I'm a Disney kid at heart, there's something special about Disney that makes you feel surrounded in magic and fairy tales and happiness. Let me finish.
I was just going to say, I know what it is.
It did.
Okay.
It did. So, you don't have that same feeling at Universal. And I think that you really get what you pay for as far as the Disney everything. And I like Universal, but I love Disney.
And I think the difference is, in my opinion, not to take anything away from one person that works at Universal.
No.
You're all great. I have friends who work at Universal. You're wonderful. But the Disney cast members go above and beyond.
They really do. But I've noticed the Universal cast has stepped it up as well.
And they have.
And I think that, and I don't like it when people say anything negative about the people at Universal, because I think that they do a really good job too. But there's something about being at Disney that's just different.
Right.
And I like them both. And I guess it just depends what you like. But as far as Disney goes, to me it's superior in so many ways. And
right. Disney has to make, at the end of the day, when Iger sits in front of the board, he has to have profits. If they don't have it, he's unemployed. That's his job. His job is not about how many people are happy about this or that. His job is about, did the park make money this year? Yes or no? Mm-hmm. And if it did, great. And if it didn't, well, then we're going to let you go. We're going to bring somebody else in who will do it. So when they raise prices, you got to remember, there's 70,000 cast members at Walt Disney World Resort. 70,000. Imagine that payroll every week. Yeah. So I know we gripe about the prices we pay.
But there's reason.
But there's a reason, and yet they are the most successful company. And the reason they can continue to grow and be the successful company is because they make these decisions that we may not agree. A couple years ago, and there was a few people I know, Bob Davis and me, we were on this big kick. They got rid of Heinz ketchup.
And it's like, here we go.
How could you get rid of Heinz ketchup? Heinz is the best.
Here we go.
And they brought in Red Gold. Red Gold ketchup is horrible. I will talk to that Red Gold CEO and tell him your ketchup sucks. But Heinz ketchup, but the reason they did is they probably looked at it and Disney goes, okay, we're spending this much money a year on Heinz ketchup. We need to cut it and we need to save money. So we went to a cheaper one. And that's what they did. They went to a...
But don't they have Heinz ketchup in...
It's back now.
It's back now.
Because I think enough people complained that they brought it back and realized that people enjoyed it.
It was crappy ketchup. But do you know that where they did skimp a little bit now, as I've noticed, like the barbecue sauce, the honey mustard, and the pump things at the restaurant. The honey mustard tastes like honey mayonnaise, and
yes.
My kids are very honey mustard. They're honey mustard fans, and they're not a fan of it because they say it tastes like mayonnaise.
And I'm a barbecue sauce fan, and their barbecue sauce has changed. It's not as good.
But I do think that, like I said, you get what you pay for. The Disney is by far superior in a lot of ways. And here's the good part, you guys. Yes, there's increases going on. But if you haven't been here in a while, and even if you have, Disney changes all the time. There is so much happening with the new attractions going in, the new coasters going in, and they're trying to get everything ready for the 50th anniversary,
which I think is going to be amazing.
Which is going to be here before we know it, because time flies. Look, it's already October. I can't believe this year is almost over. So, you have to keep in mind that, that there's increases, but there's so many wonderful, magical things that are coming. Right. And so for me, that's what keeps me, there's Jack, squeaking his toy. We got him.
Andrew's messing with him. So
and Andrew's messing with him. Up there, sorry. You have to try to keep your eye on the prize, so to speak, because if Disney is going to continue to grow and bring us the magic that we love, money's got to come from somewhere.
It does.
And if that means an almost $7 churro, You know, and a lot of people when they're at Disney, I know for me when we vacationed here, I was like, I didn't think about how much I was spending until I got home. And then when I got home, I was like, oh my God, I spent that much.
I spent $7 for a churro.
You know, so you know.
What is wrong with me? Why did I do that?
So it's almost as if, you know, like Disney calories don't count. You don't think about how much you're really spending until you get back. So
that's where that magic band becomes dangerous if you have your credit card linked to it, because it's very easy just to scan the band, type in your PIN number.
Yeah.
It's almost like a casino in Vegas that they use chips instead of money because you don't
or
realize.
on a cruise ship where you give a card at the beginning of the week.
Right,
like not Disney did, well, I don't know if they do because we had a media cruise, but I know that the other cruises I went on, like at the end of the week they shoved a paper under your door and gave you the bad news, like how much you spent, but you didn't realize how much you were spending. I mean, so I think that
then you can't get off the ship because you have to call somebody and have them wire your money because you drank.
So you're gonna spend three more bucks for mouse ears? Yep. Are you gonna buy that $7 churro? Yep. You can still get yourself some free water at most places when that's a good thing. So I mean, you know, you just gotta try to look
can't
at
get
it.
a lid for it though.
You just gotta try to keep it positive, you guys. I mean, I really think that good things are coming, and if you could just see how much progress is going on here. And right now, everything looks like a construction zone, but you really, I'm excited to see what's gonna come.
And it's crazy because the way we go to Disney now, the way we go in, we drive up between Coronado, or is it Caribbean?
Caribbean
Beach and the studio, so we see them working on the gondolas. Caribbean Beach's tower is starting to finally come together. You can see Coronado Springs in the distance, that tower is coming together. The third garage is going in at the Springs.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They're adding more stores to the Springs. Then you have the Guardians coaster, you have the Ratatouille coaster, you have the new fireworks show going to be coming to the Epcot.
Yep.
I think the only place that there's really nothing coming is Animal Kingdom right now.
Yeah, Animal Kingdom.
And that's because they opened Pandora last year.
Yeah, so it's almost like they're like good enough for now.
Star Wars Land is a huge area that's coming to life.
Don't forget the
Mickey's Runaway.
They're changing. They have the Mickey and Minnie ride going into where Great Movie Ride was.
Which is crazy to think that's the first Mickey Mouse ride in the history of the company.
Yeah, so there's so much going on. So let's just try to go with it and, you know, see what happens. I really think that all the changes and such are going to be worth it.
They are. It just takes time. So I'm off my little venting soapbox right now.
Okay, so we're getting
close. As long as we got Heinz ketchup, that's all I care about.
Him and that ketchup. He was devastated over the ketchup.
I bought a domain, Heinz ketchup at WDW as a protest to bring it back.
So, okay. Anyway, so let's talk. I want to try to wrap things up. I don't want to keep you guys too long. But I wanted to talk to you about why we didn't do this last night. So you
we didn't feel like it.
That's not why. Go ahead and explain where we were at.
So Michelle, in trying to come out of her shell and her comfort zone, we put it out there that Michelle has a great story. If you've read the book, you know her story. Her don't give up, whatever you want, go for it and get it mentality. So
sorry, the dog is like
the dog's squeaking. He's killing me right now. So Erica started reaching out to different clubs and colleges and things like that to see if they would be interested in having Michelle come and speak to their group about what she's done and what she's accomplished. So last night if you know the Rosen hotels, which there's I think either 7 or 9 of them are locally here. They also have the Rosen School of Hospitality, which is part of UCF's campus. And we were asked to go there last night to the Happiest Club on Earth by their group there to come and let Michelle share her story with the group there, which was awesome. It was a lot of fun.
It was. So this club at the School of Hospitality, they get together and it's a Disney club. They meet like every Monday. And they're just really immersed in all things Disney, and that's their thing. And so me coming in there, you know, I wasn't sure.
She was scared.
It's a little bit scared because to stand up in front of people. I mean, I talk to you guys every week, and sometimes our reach is at 35,000 people at the end of the week, which is awesome.
But she doesn't see you staring.
But I don't see you looking at me, so it's different. Or when we do meetups and I meet 150 people in the day, that's a little different. This is weird to have, you know, standing up in front of a room and having people look at you when you're talking. And
it was a college
It was a college classroom, so, you know, the seats. So, I'll tell you what, these kids are, they were great. And I was able to talk to them about, honestly, about the ups and the downs of starting your own business, living the Disney life, and, you know, I think my whole point with talking to them was not just that, it was a couple things, but, you know, we had talked about how the Disney community is you have to find your people. And, you know, either you get Disney or you don't. And people that don't may find you to be odd, weird. You know, why do they like the Disney so much?
Or a few of them stated they're the only person in their family who gets it.
Yeah, I mean, my family thinks I'm weird too, and that's okay. Because
they're freezing in Michigan right now.
That's right. I'm living my best life, and you can call me weird. You don't have to support what I do. And I told them, my parents are awesome. My sister is awesome. I'm not trying to say that. My best friends are awesome.
She's saying everybody else. Because she just basically called out everybody but those 5 people.
No, I'm just saying, my parents are super proud of me. My mother was a school teacher, so I was trying to keep that in mind, because I'm like, if my mom could stand up in front of people and talk every day for 30 some years, I can handle this. You know, my dad is like one of my biggest cheerleaders. My best friends, you know, Paula and Michelle, they come to everything that we do. My sister is, I love her so much. She is so supportive. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about maybe people that aren't as close, or maybe people that see my life from afar, and these kids could understand, like, that they've been told, well, you know, there's more to life than Disney. There's more places to vacation than Disney. Like, what's the deal? And I was all about, you know, being okay with what your fandom is, you know, and if that's what you love, then hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
And also, the other point of talking to these kids was I wanted them to know the ups and downs and the struggles with, you know, about not giving up when things are hard.
Right.
And I told them, you know, it was hard to move here. It was hard to be accepted here. It was hard to understand how harsh the Disney community is. And I only had a couple people to give me a hard time, but I will never forget those people. And you know, I told them that you can forgive how people treated you, but you learn from it.
Right.
And I really think that, you know, I think that it made a difference, because when I was done speaking, a lot of the class stayed after to talk to me, and we didn't get home until almost 11:30 last night.
Yeah, it was crazy, because we asked them about how long does it usually go, and they're like, usually about 8:30. So if you want to stop about 8:15 and then have a few questions, then we'll be done about 8:30. If you want to talk for a few minutes after, that's fine. The questions went to almost 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, so they finally kind of ended it so people could leave, and a handful left, but a bigger handful stayed behind to talk.
Yeah, if you go on my Michelle
2 hours.
Atwood page, or you go on our Instagram, I posted a picture of the group. They gave me a shirt for speaking. I mean, they're so sweet. And I told them that I would love to hear their feedback on the things that we do. The kids the people that you know, didn't read the book yet, you know, I'd love to hear.
We actually, the kids that stayed back to talk to us, we actually had a copy of the book for each of them. We gave them.
Yeah, some of them had it and some didn't. Yes. So we made sure that those kids did not leave. I'm saying kids because I'm old and they're not. You know, they're in college still. To where, you know, that's a distant memory for me.
But they all have a passion for working at Disney. I mean, honestly, that's what they all
want to work. And that's the hospitality. Like they love it. They wanna, you know. It's their passion, and they wanna go to school and the hospitality type of thing. And you know, I was nervous for a minute, but then once I started going, and you know, I'm a talker, obviously, and I don't think I missed a beat for an hour.
No, an hour and 20 minutes.
And when it was over, I was like, oh, relief. And then Erica, who, you know, helps with the PR stuff, she's like, so yeah, since you did so good, we're gonna keep making you do these things, and you know, and I think that it's good. I do have a different kind of life, and I do have a interesting story to tell.
Oh, yeah,
and I think that if I can do these things, and if I can achieve and overcome then that's my whole point in telling somebody else that you can too. So I love my new friends over at the Happiest Club on Earth, because they are the sweetest, and I'm really appreciative that they invited me to come and speak to them. And it's a great opportunity, and I'm so glad I did it.
And we actually, she talked about the meetup, and we invited them all to come to the meetup.
I said, what,
most
we
of them
got your
said they were
people
going to go,
too, because they were talking about it's hard to find your people, and I'm like, oh, I got lots of people for you.
And that's I just remember one of the boys, he said he just moved here from up north.
Yeah.
And he has nobody here really except for this group and other few friends, and we're like, come to our meetup. You will leave with new friends. Your Facebook numbers will rise. You will have new friends to talk to.
You will have new friends.
And it'll be great. So we're hoping he comes. We're hoping actually all of them come. A lot of them said yes, we would like to come to it. They're going to follow the page. Hopefully they're watching tonight. If they are, they could just say hi. That'd be great.
Some of them said they had class and they were going to watch the replay.
Some did have class, so they'll watch the replay. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed, because this was Michelle speaking. I was not speaking. I stepped back. I recorded it for her, but I watched her, and I watched her present what she's been through and what she's done, and it was fascinating. It was awesome to watch her. I was so proud of the way she presented herself. I was so proud of the way she was able to explain everything we've been through to these kids in a way that they understood without a problem. And I say kids also. They are young adults. They're not kids, and to me they're kids because I'm old. But it was fascinating to watch her talk to them and see how engaged they were with her, that they were just focusing on everything she was saying. They weren't sitting there yawning, ready to go home, wanting to get out of there. And then for them to stay there till 11 o'clock with us and just keep talking. We thought we got locked in, actually, because we couldn't get out the doors. It was crazy, but it was so much fun. So thank you to all of you for inviting Michelle and for embracing her the way you did and giving her a platform to tell her story. And hopefully, if they ever want her back, we will definitely be there. If they ever want you to come back, we would definitely go back and speak if they want her to come back again. We hope to see you guys at the meetup.
And again, anybody, you guys, if you have friends out there that love Disney and feel like you can't find your tribe, we are so your tribe, because we get you. We don't judge. You can join TMSM Fan Nation. You can come to our meetups and participate in what we do. Because, I really think, and that was the whole point, and I even told them too, we try to keep the nation, our private group, if you're not in it, join it. It's very upbeat, it's very friendly. We don't allow people to be nasty to each other. We don't even let people swear at each other. Because, it's not what it's about, it's not. Are you going to pick him up?
I'm going to try.
Okay, so people who haven't seen our fat boy, there's Jack.
Here's Jack.
Okay, he's going to be like all upset. But yes, so please enjoy. Look at his ears are straight back. He's like, oh my God.
I'm waiting to see what he looks like on camera once it pops up.
I know, is he going to pop up?
You're okay, you're not going nowhere.
That's all right.
I got you.
Yeah, so anyway, it's very welcoming. So, we invite anybody to come. So please, if you have Disney friends, invite them. Nobody's going to care now because Jack is here, what I'm saying.
That's right. They're all
usually his ears aren't back like this. They're
he's scared to death. He's shaking.
Floppy.
He trusts me enough that I'm not going to let go.
Yeah, so this is the little one that makes all the noises and the squeaking and the tap, tap, tap on the floor. This is Fat Boy. This is Jack. He's a bulldog mix, and he snorts a lot, but he's my precious boy. He's so spoiled.
He looks scared to death.
He is scared to death. Okay, so you wanna put him down so he can.
Okay, I'm gonna put you back down. Okay. You can go.
All right. Okay. Say bye. Say bye. All right.
Look at me. I'm covered in hair. That quick. Thanks, Jack.
Thanks, Jack. Okay, and thank you to the
Happiest Club on
lovely
Earth.
UCF Rosen College for inviting me to come and spend the evening with you.
And I'll tell you what, if you don't know the history of Rosen and how they read about it, because it's very fascinating actually how this man created this hotel industry after Disney moved here. It's really cool. So if you ever want to look it up and just read something kind of quick, look it up. Okay, and then I want to show you one more thing, and then we're going to be done, so you guys can get to your TV shows. I got to talk about one thing, and then we'll do it. Okay. Also, I'm going to put this on Instagram, but I know it's early, but it's never too early to be worrying about stuff. Check out what I got sent this week. Now, who doesn't love an ugly Christmas sweater? Like, everybody loves these sweaters, right? Well, here's the Disney version of the ugly Christmas sweater. And so, we have Beauty and the Beast.
and it goes all the way down there. We got the rose
on both
on the sleeves. So definitely watch our Instagram. This was sent to me.
Merchoid, right?
Merchoid is the name of the company.
Which, if you've never been to Merchoid, they really have everything. I look at them for a lot of Marvel stuff to see what they get in. But they've also got a Disney line. They've got Star Wars, of course. They have lots of different fandoms out there for you to check out.
So this is what they're saying. Glad you loved our exclusive Disney sweaters. Here's the first sweater. So there's a whole line that is coming out. So if you look at Merchoid on Instagram, you can see what else they have coming. But so I'm going to definitely watch our Instagram in the next few days because I will post more information about this sweater. And again, there's other styles. This was just the first of the set.
They had a Genie one. They had a Lion King one I saw. They, of course, had all the Star Wars and Marvel ones. I'm trying to get an affiliate link with them.
Yeah.
So they can track from us how much traffic they're getting. So once I get that, we'll put that out there and you'll be able to click on that link and go right to their site and purchase whatever you want to. And hopefully.
When I got it, I went, it's hot here. I went and I put on the Christmas sweater like right away. I'm like, I can't wait for it to cool off and I can actually wear this, or I might have to wear it to Michigan when we go home because I mean it's a little hot here.
Just a little bit.
But you know what though? It's a really like thick, warm sweater, and if you're gonna go to one of those sweater parties or whatever you do, or even if you just
really not ugly.
It's not ugly. I think I'm just talking. That's what they call the parties.
I know they are.
I don't think this is an ugly sweater. It's
if you're a Beauty and the Beast fan, that sweater is perfect.
Christmas sweater. Let's just leave it at that.
We're there on Christmas Eve.
So I'll put more on Instagram. I'm supposed to take a picture of myself in it and post it, and I will do that.
And like I said, I'm gonna try to get the affiliate link set up. So we're gonna create an affiliate link tab on the page. So that's coming. We also have a big announcement, hopefully by next week, about something that we're taking on that we're gonna we'll offer you guys. So hopefully that'll be coming next week.
I'm like, what?
One thing I wanted to mention, and we said it before, that the 26th, 27th, and 28th of this month, we're going to be at Spooky Empire, which is at the Caribbean Royal Orlando. Please come out and see us if you're in the area. We will have a booth. We will have books. We will have TMSM swag. We will have some of the Charlie's Project clothing there.
From Lost Princess Apparel, as somebody said they liked my shirt.
And we have these in stock.
It's not a shirt. It's a dress.
And we have them in stock. So,
and we have them. Go to lostprincessapparel.com.
But make sure, like I said, please come out and see us. Go to spookyempire.com. Tickets are very reasonable for this convention, unlike other conventions. They got a pretty good list of it. It's a horror pop culture convention. So like this year they have the entire cast of the X-Files is going to be there. Kathy Najimy, is that how you say it? From Hocus Pocus. Mary Sanderson, she will be there. If you like Kiss, Peter Criss, the drummer who actually sang Beth, he will be there. Elvira is actually going to be there in full makeup one of the days to do a photo thing. So if you're out and about and you want to check it out, please come and say hi to us. We will be in the main room having fun, and we look forward to seeing anybody who can make it. We love meeting you guys. We love taking pictures and posting it.
And then I also want to mention too, this Saturday is the Main Street Mouse. We're helping with the get together at the Magic Kingdom for the Tears Foundation for Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Day. Well, it's actually Awareness Month, and this is important to us, so we agreed to help. So we will be at the Magic Kingdom this Saturday, the 13th, all day. There is information on the event tab on our Facebook page if you would like to come and join us. And then, of course, our big meetup weekend, December 7th and 8th. If somebody had asked if we were doing fast passes for that yet, not yet, because we're annual pass holders. We have to wait the 30 days out.
Right.
But it's at Epcot, so we'll find stuff.
And I'll be honest with you, Disney is really great about if we have 50 people going on a ride and we say, okay, 30 of us have fast passes, 20 don't. They let us all go. So as long as the majority has a fast pass, we'll all be able to get on the rides together.
We'll make it work. So, all right, I guess, is that
That's it? No Q&A? No questions
I don't
this
think
week?
we had it.
Okay, so if you aren't already, you are watching us on Facebook most likely, but if you're not following us or liked our page on Facebook and Instagram, you can find us at The Main Street Mouse. On Twitter, you can find us at Main Street Mouse. YouTube, it's The Main ST Mouse. You can also follow Michelle Cindershella4 on Instagram or myself, TMSM_Avenger on Instagram. Please follow us. Please watch what we're doing. Please share our stuff.
Please.
We really appreciate that when you guys share it because that really helps us boost our numbers. Facebook is being really, really bad right now with the reach.
Yeah.
So anything anybody can do to help us, we really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. We will be back next Monday at our usual time.
Thank you for watching on our thank you for understanding. And actually, we had a pretty decent crowd tonight, even though this isn't our usual night. You know, but we had to postpone for a good reason. So,
exactly. And we would do it again for them.
We absolutely would. So thank you for understanding, and thank you for watching us on a Tuesday instead of Monday. But like he said, that we will be back next Monday night, and I'm sure we're gonna have all kinds of fun for you then too, right?
I would hope so. I don't see why we wouldn't.
Of course.
I guess we'll find out.
So
anyway, have a great week, guys. We'll see you next Monday night.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.